Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dr. Sam getting you closer to your best skin days ever. Now, last year on Mother's Day, I did a video about the beauty tricks that my mother had taught me that had really stuck with me. So this year I thought it might be fun to turn that around and tell you about the beauty tips that I shared with her that have really stood the test of time. Now, my mum is amazing in so many ways, but she particularly loves to engage with me on social media. She loves my YouTube videos and has watched every single one, and she keeps a very close eye on my Instagram account, so I'm interested to see what the feedback will be on this today. She's also just incredibly supportive to the extent that my mum was passing through Belfast Airport just after I launched the cleanser and got chatting to someone, I think at a Chanel counter, and she mentioned it to me whenever she came over. She'd been sharing the word and spreading the word, and then shortly after that got a message on Facebook from the same lady who had ended up buying the cleanser based on my mother's amazing sales pitch. To talk about reverse engineering, she was trying to sell my mum Chanel and ended up buying my cleanser. Anywho, can't wait to share these lessons with you. Let's get started. So lesson number one is no more tanning, mum. Now, my parents both adored a tanned aesthetic growing up, to the extent that my mother would literally watch what the most bronzed people by the pool on holidays were using. And it was using some form of carrot butter or Hawaiian tropic or whatever, you know, factor nothing. To see how they went about getting this deep bronze colour that she so admired. Now, it took a lot of years to get my mother to understand that this was not the way to age gracefully, and I have to admit that I've completely failed with my father. He still loves to look quite tanned, you know. But my mother has finally learned that daily sunscreen isn't something to be avoided and is to be embraced, both in terms of preventing damage for the future, but also helping undo all those naughty years. Lesson number two is not taking skincare advice just because someone you like uses a certain product. Now, my mum and her sister Helen are incredibly close, and they share lots of things. They see each other almost every single day. However, they have completely different types of skin. But like most close women, they're prone to sharing beauty tips and recent discoveries. But I've really had to talk my mother out of this, that sharing skincare products just because someone you likes them isn't a good foundation for a skincare routine. Lesson number three, no more wipes, mum. Now, my mum is prone to being a little bit lazy. She likes her sleep and will do most things to get into bed quickly without too much fuss. And to be fair, she always had very good skin. She was probably a little more on the oily side, but never particularly prone to breakouts. So she probably got away with it. But as I've gotten her into the habit of wearing sunscreen every day, so I've had to drill into her the importance of having a thorough cleansing routine. She'll still take them when she travels, and you know, what can I do? But daily cleansing, at least once a day, a thorough cleanse with water, please, mum. Number four, put some definition back. Now, this kind of goes back to the video I did recently on menopausal skin and ways to make the most of your skin as you transition to changing hormones. So losing definition here, so lashes become a little sparser, brows become a little less dense, maybe a little fairer. So the face tends to lose just a bit of gravitas, a little bit of presence. So encouraging my mum, who never really wore any sort of eye cosmetic when she was younger, to use a little bit of something to open up the eyes, which just makes the eye a little more almond shaped, and it can like lift a little heaviness on the upper brow, which is kind of an inevitable part of aging. And to put your brows back in can make such a difference to the presence a face has, even with relatively little else in terms of cosmetics. So that's something I think with a gentle encouragement really suits my mum. Lesson number five is really about changing the way you use cosmetics. So encouraging the use of cream textures, luminosity, and staying away from matte finish, which is perhaps more of a, you know, indication of the time when my mother grew up and started to learn to use cosmetics. Everything was quite matte and highly pigmented. As my mum's aged, I think her skin looks better with lighter coverage, with translucent finishes. She can still use the same palette that she liked when she was younger, which is kind of coral pinks. They really bring her olive toned complexion to life and they suit her hair. But translucent and cream texture, just kinder, they're more flattering, and they bring light to the face. They're less dense and heavy. And I think encouraging her to enjoy newer modern textures has really improved her look. Lesson number 5 relates to hair. So as you age, hair can become less lustrous, it can become finer. And I think the thing that I've really seen with my mum is that she has to take real care with the products that she uses in her hair. Anything that's too volumizing can then be too sticky and drying and sort of lead to static, so the hair isn't soft and luxuriant. So I perhaps steered her towards accepting maybe less volume at the expense of just looking more nourished, healthy, and luxurious. And then the final lesson is to supplement smartly. So I think it's certainly important, as I mentioned again in the menopause skin video, that you support skin health from the inside, and that means careful use of supplements, vitamin C, omega-3s, and a mineral supplement. I do believe in eating from scratch. I'm going to do another video on this as a separate topic altogether and share with you what I eat every day, and of course what I encourage my mum to eat. But in terms of supplements, I think certain things are worth supplementing consistently all year round, and those are the 3 things I highly recommend to her. It always makes me super happy talking about my mum on camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope, Mum, you enjoyed this, and don't feel too cross with me for sharing all your secrets. If you enjoyed this video, please share and subscribe. Wishing you all a happy Mother's Day, and please do share your tips that you shared with your mum down below. Bye for now.